This is an article I took from Haaretz. It is written by Alison Kaplan Sommer in January 22, 2017. It's about Trump. The terms in blue are interesting terms for me, and I will tell you the meaning. Bizarre means not normal, not usual, and odd, strange, rambling. It has a big definition. Ramble means to talk at length in a confused or disorderly way, confused way, like this, like talking nothing, nonsense, because not concentrated or something like this. To read the article piece by piece and paragraph by paragraph. It was a truly bizarre speech that sounded as if he were still a candidate whipping up the crowd at a campaign rally in the heartland, and not President of the United States addressing hundreds of CIA employees. I would like you to pardon me, to forgive me for my English. I am not native speaker, but I try to pronounce the words as Native American as I can. Thank you. So, Donald Trump's off-the-cuff stream of consciousness ramblings proved once again that the presidency had not changed him at all, and we thought of all that really. By the way, I mean, we think that he is still behaving like still presidential candidate, and but I think it will take time for him to to get used to the presidency style and all that, because he's not coming from a political background. Again to the paragraph. Donald Trump's off the cuff stream of consciousness ramblings proved once again that the presidency had not changed him at all. For those who had not gathered this from his dark and this topic inaugural speech. What does it mean, stream of? It means a person's thoughts and conscious reactions and events, etc. Off the cuff. It's informal, means without preparation. This topic means an imaginary place or state in which the condition of life is extremely bad, as from deprivation, oppression, or terror. It was chilling that the message Trump chose to send to the intelligence community on his first day as president featured two enemies which he seemed to despise on an equal level: ISIS and the media. The party that he said he had a running war with was not the Islamic State, however, but the press, whom he called among the most dishonest human beings on earth. What was the media's great sin? It is a question. What was the media's great sin? Not tricking death and destruction, but underreporting the size crowd who came to pay tribute to him at his inauguration. This means he may look like dictator. This is a legitimate um, fear, I think, and for me the same. I think he um, try to be like dictators, or he imitate dictators. Maybe like Putin, because he likes Putin. He loves Putin. So Trump angrily challenged his challenge now, challenging. He didn't stop challenging, now challenged the crowd estimates of 250,000, instead asserting that between a million and a million and a half came to the National Mall to see him take the oath of office. I think he's always talking about himself. It's very sad. This is very sad. He looks. I think he looks like third world leaders or presidents who really dictators. But I don't think American people will allow him to dictate himself or dictate his policy on America. And I am sure he will change. He will change. But you have to wait. Then I continue. He made no mention, of course, of the millions of women who took to the streets across the country to express their disapproval of him and protest his statements, behavior, and the directions of his policy, of his policies. Um, Trump also blamed the press uh, for bad blood. I don't understand what means bad blood. Yeah, bad blood maybe the bad relationship. Okay, Trump also blamed the press for the bad blood between himself and his audience, saying that they unfairly, always this repeat, unfairly. I highlight it, unfairly, made it sound like I had a feud. Feud means long-standing difference or conflict. Feud, I highlighted in red, with the intelligence community. He said that the situation was exactly the opposite. Yeah, always try to negate the others and proves himself. He tries to prove himself, and that the press knew that too. His astonishing implication seemed to be was that the media was somehow deliberately trying to fuel tensions between the President of the United States and the CIA. That's all. He is always on the defense. He tried to justify himself all the time. Hmm. I hope this will change one day, maybe sooner nor later, soon. I am sure of that. So presumably, his audience was able to remember that Trump has in fact struck, and we presume that. Presumably his audience was able to remember that Trump has in fact struck out at the CIA and the rest of the intelligence community several times in past weeks over their findings that Russian hacking interfered with the presidential campaign. Since he did it in his own words, Twitter, not here, not through the filter of the dishonest human beings. That means the media. In the media, it's rather incredible that he blamed them for the conflict. Uh, here, here. Please, maybe his audience was able to remember that it struck out. This always we talk about a person attacking. Always we talk. Okay, finish. Just as he did in his inauguration speech, Trump repeated the words, I will highlight now in green, the words radical Islam, terrorism. This is connecting Islam with terrorism. This is frightening me, really. This is frightening. This is chilling. Multiple times. He repeated multiple times. Take care. As if to make up for all. Yeah, this very nice expression I like. As to make up for. As to make up for. As if to make up for all the times that former President Obama, and former means the past, the last president, Obama and candidate Hillary Clinton refrained from. They didn't wanted to use. They avoided using. They refrained from using them. Obama and Clinton both explained that they had done so because they had been told that if the United States was perceived as being at war with all of Islam, it would be harmful to America's strategic interests and make terror attacks more, not less. Likely, presumably, none of that bothers Trump, who, going the extra mile, called ISIS evil that had to be eradicated off the face of the earth. Well, here I don't understand what the writer means by evil. I mean, evil, yeah, Trump is right in his philosophy and ideology of considering ISIS evil. I mean, but this is, yes, it is very extreme word to use. But when you declare a war on anybody, you consider them evil, you consider them enemy. But yes, I understand maybe evil is too much to describe anyone. In front of a crowd of CIA agents who presumably, this repeats a number several times. I like this word. I would like to thank the writer Allison for enriching my vocabulary. Okay, in front of a crowd of CIA agents who presumably value discretion. Discretion means keeping secrets. Okay, Trump, after a long digression on how young he feels through the doors open on the process of vetting his cabinet choices, when he told them that was seeing 6 or 7 for each post, digressing digression is to speak or write about something that's different from the main subject being discussed. It's a nice word. Okay, yes, the writer has really given the exact meaning. She reads the image, the whole image. Okay, so after a long digression on how young he feels through the doors, we talk about he, okay, through the doors open on the process of vetting his cabinet. Vetting mean make screening to anybody for or a detailed interview and search into his background. His cabinet choices when he told them that was seeing 6 or 7 for each post, but that when he met prospective CIA chief, he knew he did not need to see any other candidates. I met Mike Pompeo and I said cancel everyone else. He had to talk up the prospective CIA chief in his absence because Pompeo has not yet won Senate confirmation. Originally, the visit had been scheduled to present Pompeo to the agency, but that plan was stymied by the fact that he has yet to be confirmed by the Senate. Well, the word stymied means to stop stymie means to stop someone, from doing something or to stop something from happening. Sorry, now I learned from the dictionary. It, it, it is pronounced stymie. It's pronounced stymied. Trump attributed the delay to the fact that the senators were playing little political games with me, appearing to resent the fact of the confirmation. The only thing more disturbing than Trump's remarks, which journalists, pundits, and general observers quickly took to social media to call shocking, disgusting, insane, and full of bragging and winning new words, and full of imagined persecution, was the fact that his remarks met with applause from the CIA staffers. Okay, Trump himself was clearly pleased by the approbation. However, however, and took his charm offensive a step further to extreme flattery. Wow, he is very much interested in flattery. I'm sure he will change in what looked like an effort to smooth over any suspicion that he could be in cahoots with Russia. Cahoots mean in partnership. Whining means to complain in an annoying way, to make a high crying sound, to make a high and unpleasant sound that continues for a long time. This is from Miriam Mubeshri mobile app. Yeah, I found very interesting facts. The writer was able really to express and to analyze everything about Trump's character and his behaviors. Now, I am sure, I am sure everyone in this room voted for me, Trump said. Confidently. Now, look, confidently. Yeah, he is very confident. And it doesn't matter, he's confident, not confident. I think he is free. Joking, joking. A president can joke, yeah. Why not? Don't worry, I am not going to make you raise your hand. He promised the CIA staffers that we are on the same wavelength and that he was with them 1000%. Oh, 1000%. This is too much. And that I respect you and I love you. I love you. I love you. I respect you and I love you. Good. When the first introduced Trump, Vice President Mike Pence said, when he first introduced Trump, Vice President Mike Pence said the new commander-in-chief was a strategic thinker. I think this also the strategic thinker. I think it should not be said about a president. Not only the president. I think administration, the whole administration is running the country. You have Congress, you have so many people, establishment, institution, and a lot of academics who helps the administration in running the country and especially the foreign policy. So Mike Pence said the new commander-in-chief was a strategic thinker who would make America safe again. Safe, not great. Before it was great because the context is he is in the CIA. He's meeting with the CIA agents. So he says safe. He didn't say great, but for the in front of the public he would say great again. He would make America great again. It's very difficult to imagine that anyone who listened to the speech that followed Pence's hopeful introduction could truly believe that. Yeah. I should remind that for the copyright matter, I have to mention that it's taken. What I read, it's an article, and this is the address. This is the internet address. Everybody can visit. And the writer, she's Alison Kaplan Sommer. I liked her article and the analysis she made, so I decided to share it. Thank you.